back. Hopefully, before moving on to learning about how to write the LEQ, you mastered or are on your way to mastering the DBQ. I highly recommend going through all the videos about the DBQ section before you start watching the videos on the LEQ section, because all the key basic concepts to writing a good FRQ are already explained over there. So given that you did watch those videos first, let's finally take a look at how to write an LEQ and what the general structure of it is. So the LEQ stands for Long Essay Question. Unlike the DBQ, which is the document-based question, you will need to write your own essay regarding a historical event or trend that the prompt talked about. You're still constructing your same opinions on the prompt, whether you're qualifying it, defending it, or even arguing against it. It's completely up to how you feel about the topic at hand. But unlike the DBQ, you're recalling historical events that will qualify your argument to the prompt. You're using your own historical knowledge without referencing other documents, or any documents at all. So long as the historical event is contextually relevant to the prompt and your argument in response to it, you're fine. Just don't stray too far from the prompt. Now, the LEQ structure isn't too different from the DBQ either. You will always have a thesis and contextualization paragraph as your introduction, and you will always have a couple of body paragraphs. Around 2 to 3 is ideal. And as I stated in the DBQ videos, each body paragraph will, deal with a subpoint to your argument. It's always nice to have a summarization sentence or two as a part of your conclusion. And one additional paragraph that's nice to have in the LEQ especially is the synthesis paragraph. This paragraph is noted in the scoring guidelines for an LEQ. From the College Board exam reader's perspective, you're trying to do the same thing you did in a DBQ, but with your own historical knowledge and grasp on context and nuance. So they're basically looking to see how well you connect one historical event to another, just to really see if you learned how to look at world history properly by their standards. In the synthesis paragraph, or even just the general part of the essay where you try and synthesize, you should talk about how event A connects to event B, despite the time difference, and how a commonality or difference, that can be seen through those two or more events proves your response to the prompt. We call this the historical reasoning point as well, which requires you to use different historical reasonings, whether that would be comparison, causation, or analyzing and examining the continuity and changes over time. As for the number of evidences in your LEQ, you should have at least 2 pieces of evidence to earn the evidence point. And although this isn't explicitly mentioned in the rubric, you should have to support your own argument more than twice throughout your entire essay. Otherwise, it doesn't really come off as convincing. And that's basically it for a general structure of an LEQ. With practice, you'll be able to write a long essay while incorporating your own historical knowledge learned in class to prove your point. I'll see you in the next video.